Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up, it's your girl, Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
This is Shayna Baszler, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife, Marie. And you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? It's the moonwalking, trash-talking princess of Staten Island. I want to remind you all that Mela is money, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hi, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Just watching Going In the Raw.
This is the knockout artist, Cassius Ohno, and you're Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steven Larson, and available wherever fine podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it if you're watching us on YouTube, and let us know what you think on whatever podcast app you happen to be using a review, a comment, a rating, whatever it is. You should be sure to subscribe to Going In Raw. It really does help boost the exposure of the show and makes us
does
more but better, Larson. That's right. We're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steven Larson. We offer this show ad-free, both video and audio. And if you have a podcast app, you can download an RSS feed from Patreon directly to your podcast app without the commercials that we started to run, so we could be more but better, for $1 a month. $1 a month goes a really, really long way. You also get a shout-out, but we have a variety of award tiers. $5 a month, you get a bonus episode Monday through Friday.
Correct.
$10 a month, you get a little postcard plus everything below that. $20 a month, you get a comic book and a poster. And stickers.
And $200,000.
Larson will too sweet me.
Yeah.
Plus, you get the comic book stickers and
you
all
get
that
everything
stuff.
else plus.
And a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Anyways, let's do some shout-outs here. We've got
please.
a couple of new patrons over the last 24 hours. Elliot Smith, Chupacabra 3 Rip, Sonny Chan, and James Carnline.
Thank you, everybody.
James Carnline. Carnline.
So this is a bit of a tradition we've been doing the last few years. We'll do predictions for what
I
we
love
expect
this.
to happen. This is probably one of my favorite episodes of the entire year. We do predictions of what we think is going to happen in the year to come in wrestling, but more importantly, we review the predictions we made at the beginning of this year, or 2018, because this is going up on January 1st, and see how badly we got things wrong.
You know, my favorite prediction of yours has ever been, it wasn't last year, but it was the year before. You said WWE will not sign any other big indie names for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
and then they decided to sign every
Well, that was
indie
more
name
2018. They signed every indie name.
Yeah, I know. It was just funny, though. But before we dive into our 2019 predictions, we're going to look back at our 2018 predictions. But before we do that, here's a prediction that is set in stone. It is factual.
Oh, yeah.
Starting the new year. So this is our last day of streaming. We're going to be gone for the weekend and, of course, New Year's Eve and New Year's. We'll be back on Wednesday live
at 9 a.m.
with shortened intros.
Yeah, and a new start time.
And a new start time. If you watch us live, we really love doing this live. We will be starting at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, Monday through Friday. Of course, Friday, I think we're going to keep the gaming stream stuff over there on the Itchtway. We're doing this for one basic reason. We're trying to get the content out sooner. We live in an environment, we work in an environment where timeliness is everything, and even 2 hours could actually be a tremendous help. It'll also allow us to be a bit more efficient. It'll allow us hopefully to produce a bit more, or just make what we do produce a bit better. Of course, we've got Steve W and Fun Wrestling coming up, so we're going to need a little bit more extra time to do that. And so, we're going to have a new start time. Liam Wilson here in chat also says, please no thumbnail spoilers. I will.
Unless someone here is a soothsayer,
I will pledge.
Don't have to worry about that.
I will pledge.
Oh, you mean going in 2019?
I will pledge to keep big spoilers out of thumbnails.
See how long that lasts.
We'll see how long that lasts. Yeah. Sometimes there's like,
sometimes you just gotta do what's gonna get the most people to watch your video.
I gotta get creative with it, man.
All right, let's get into this. Let's review our 2018 predictions. This is always a blast. Let's alternate because we make 5 predictions. We'll go through respective title holders. My first prediction in 2018 was AJ Styles will hold the WWE title for most of 2018.
Good job.
I was 100% right. He had that belt for about 10 and a half months.
Well done.
And everything I said, well, he did have a match against Nakamura at WrestleMania this past year, but I said let's wait till 35 to really build that up. Apart from that, everything else panned out. I said he wasn't going to Raw because Roman Reigns was there and they wanted Reigns to be most popular guy. Check. That AJ was most over guy on SmackDown. Check. And that the WWE title ping-ponged a lot in 2016. It needed stability. Check. I didn't know that he was going to be on the cover of the video game. That just supported my case. So far, one predictions.
We need to
cover
guy
wrestler,
for 2K19.
Oh, I know who I'm going with.
Yeah, me too. I know exactly who I'm going with. Cover 2K20. There you go. I have 2 names on there. All right, so
what was your first prediction?
My first prediction was, this is kind of a little tiny prediction, but I was completely right about it. 205 Live will look vastly different than it does now, for good or for bad. Worst case, everyone but the cream of the crop gets cut. Drew and Cedric. It does look, a year ago today, Enzo was on the top of the bill. And once he got let go in, I think, late January or February, they completely turned it around to be a competition-based thing. So I said for better or for worse. So that was better. And for worse, it's probably going to die.
It might.
It's probably going to die. So it actually kind of was, I should have said for better and worse, because the product is way better. But it's probably
just not catching on like it probably
should. It's not
should.
catching on. So 205 Live, who really cares about 205 Live?
Yeah, I like
but
it a lot.
that was my first prediction. I think I did pretty good with that.
Yeah, that was all right. Next prediction I had was NXT will go to 2 hours. I didn't know NXT UK was going to be a thing, and if I did, then I guess I would have been halfway right.
Okay, if you're allowed to say that, then my prediction of
I'm not allowed to say that. I'm not allowed to say that because I meant NXT Prime, the real NXT, the Prime NXT. Because they were doing like one set of TV tapings early 2018 that was spanned over 2 days. I think it was the ones in Atlanta, maybe.
Yeah,
they did in February, I think, of 2018. And I thought, oh, here we go. They're planting the seeds. They're going to start doing 2-hour NXTs.
Yeah.
Just you watch.
Yeah.
Because they're doing tapings over 2 days. That means they're doing double the tapings. No, I didn't mean any of that.
Yeah.
I was wrong on this one.
Yeah. I'll piggyback on that one just real quick. It's further down my list because this next one is completely on. I said NXT will go to 6 takeovers a year. They're not quite there yet, but if you count Blackpool, the UK takeovers.
Well, that's in 2019, not 2018, so it still wouldn't count.
Yeah, they're at 5. Did they increase to 5 in 2018?
No, it was a previous year.
They were already at 5.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Well,
when they did
whatever.
the one in Chicago.
This next one of mine, I got completely right. And WWE will continue to raid indie talents, swamping NXT, which they totally have done. Every time a New Japan or Ring of Honor Stars contract comes up, they'll be in a much better negotiating position, getting more money from the WWE, which is pretty true. Like every time somebody is ready to go to WWE and they're leaving the indie ranks,
yeah,
they're heading there.
So I'll kind of cover this one now. I said Kenny Omega stays in New Japan for at least one more year.
Yeah.
Because the time we did our predictions last year, there was a lot of talk about what's Kenny going to do.
Yeah.
Is he going to WWE? What's he going to do?
Is
he going somewhere else? Is he going to stay in New Japan?
What's
he ended up staying in New Japan, which wasn't a huge surprise.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's entirely possible that he could be on his way to All Elite Wrestling. His contract's up in January.
I would actually go with it. I would double down on this one for another year. Like I didn't write it down as my official prediction. He's going to stay in New Japan for another year.
Probably.
There's zero reason. If it's not WWE for him, which I don't think it is, it's New Japan.
Yeah.
And then he can just go to All Elite if he wants to go to All Elite.
Yeah, whatever he wants.
Do you want to go next?
Sure. This one I got wrong, even though it seemed like it was nearly a certainty. Braun wins the Universal title.
I'm glad you said that because mine, along the same lines, it's a little okay. So here's the thing.
No, yours is way further off base than this one was.
What are you talking about? I said 2018 will be the year of Braun.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were doing with the other as far as one of your title holders.
Oh, no. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay. I didn't know that was one of your actual predictions.
Yeah, no. Although, they really seem to like him. 2018, I said, will be the year of Braun. He will be massively over, leading him to, this one's wrong, leading him to beating Roman at Mania 35. That wasn't on the agenda. However, until they turned him heel, he was massively over.
Yeah.
And they did everything. He won Money in the Bank. He won the Greatest Rumble. They did everything besides put that Universal title on him. And it was working. He was wildly over.
It would have ended up with him winning the Universal title if they hadn't turned him heel.
And then they jacked it up.
Yeah,
so that was kind of an obvious one. It was kind of going there anyways.
My last one was Daniel Bryan wrestles in 2018. I didn't think it would be for WWE.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I had a strong sense that he would find a way to wrestle somewhere during the course of 2018.
Yeah, he was basically saying that at the end of last year, so that's not surprising. It was just really surprising it was in WWE.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's surprising they cleared him.
Wouldn't have thought that one.
No.
Let's see here. My next one was, I think I was too early on this one, and I guess it's sort of dependent on one thing. I have more mutual releases walkouts like we saw with Neville. As wrestlers see how the other side could be greener. Of course, some will vastly overestimate their worth on the indie circuit and probably regret that. That didn't really happen.
No.
Mainly
we haven't
because
really seen a whole lot of I think the releases, the major releases we saw were kind of one-sided. Enzo was fired, Cass was fired.
Yeah. One of the things, though, was nobody else's contract really came up that we know of.
And then they decided to leave.
Yeah, like AJ's staying, Nakamura's staying. I think I undershot this by a year simply because All Elite Wrestling, I think I get into one of my predictions. All Elite Wrestling, I think, will be a major sort of thing. If that blows up, then we could see that.
Yes.
However, I think I have a caveat in my predictions for 2019. We'll actually kind of render that moot. All right.
Let's go through our title holders.
Boy, oh boy. Mine are not good.
You want to go first?
Well, I have Universal title Roman Reigns, which would have been the case.
That's
You
what
probably
I had
have that
I
too.
had Roman too.
Yeah.
World champ, I had AJ. Who'd you have?
Baron Corbin, which, hey, they made him the A story. Arguably, Baron Corbin was above WWE title. He was the A story on Raw.
How many times was he publicly humiliated again this year? Several. I had AJ as world champion, off by like a month and a half. Intercontinental champion, who'd you have?
I have The Miz.
I have Drew McIntyre. Both wrong.
Oh, you're closer than I am. At least you're on the right brand.
Yeah. U.S. title, who do you got?
Bobby Roode.
I had Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Tag champs, I had Authors of Pain and New Day.
I had New Day also, and Authors of Pain. Yeah, we had the same ones.
Women's champions, on Raw, I had Asuka.
Me too.
On SmackDown, I had Ember Moon.
SmackDown, I have Bayley.
Cruiserweight champ, I had Lio Rush.
Where is my Cruiserweight champion?
Maybe you didn't do a Cruiserweight champ.
If I'm not mistaken, I probably would have said Lio Rush.
Probably. And then UK champion, I had Pete Dunne.
I have Wolfgang. Wrong about that one.
In NXT, my NXT champ, I had Ricochet.
I had Velveteen Dream.
Women's champ, I had Kairi Sane.
Me too.
And then tag champs, I had War Machine.
I had Street Profits. You're closer.
I'm still off.
Street Profits.
New Japan.
Who would have thought Street Profits did nothing this year? Well, they're in the dude. No, they are in the same spot right now.
I know
than they were at the beginning of the year.
They haven't done much in NXT, but they're the Evolve tag champs.
The what?
Evolve. In New Japan, I said the world champ was going to be Okada.
I had Naito.
I said the Intercontinental champion was going to be Kota Ibushi.
I had Suzuki.
U.S. champ, I still have Kenny Omega.
I have Zack Sabre Jr.
The junior heavyweight champ, I had Hiromu Takahashi.
Me too. It's a bummer.
Tag champs, I had Minoru Suzuki and Zack Sabre Jr.
Did I get this one right? Or Gorillas of Destiny? Yeah, Gorillas of Destiny. I got one.
And then the junior tag champs, I have Roppongi 3K.
I have the Young Bucks still. Who are the junior tag champs?
It's Kanemaru and El Desperado.
Oh.
The never open weight champ, I have Juice Robinson.
Me too. Who is the champion?
It's right now it's
Kota Ibushi okay.
right now.
All right.
And then the Never Tag Champs, I said we're going to be Marty Scurll, Cody Rhodes, and Hangman Page.
I have the Bucks and Kenny Omega. Who are the Never?
It's Guerrillas of Destiny and Ishimori, I believe.
Okay. All right.
And then for Ring of Honor World Champ, I have Daniel Bryan.
For some reason, I didn't put Ring of Honor World Champion.
All right, let's get to my predictions, Steve.
But I would have said Jay Lethal.
Yeah. All right, these are my predictions for 2019.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, here we go. First, Mustafa Ali will be a champion this year.
Okay.
This seems a near certainty. So we're here to talk. Come October, when the new TV deal takes effect, the SmackDown is going to be moving in a more sports-oriented direction per the desire of Fox.
Yes.
So I think there's be a added emphasis on athleticism, in-ring competition, and not so much of the backstage stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're going to see a lot of shifting of the roster because of that. Mustafa Ali, top-notch wrestler, great athlete, fantastic in-ring performer. He's a good promo guy, too, so if they do anything different as far as the backstage stuff, as far as the press conferences, whatever the case may be, he can excel at that, too. It's obvious so far in 2018 he's in line for a huge push.
Mm-hmm.
Probably U.S. champ.
Yeah.
That seems the most likely scenario. But gosh darn, it'd be great if he won the Rumble and at least challenge Daniel Bryan for the WWE title.
Way too soon.
That would be awesome.
They're
laying the groundwork for it,
way
Steve.
Too soon.
They're
dude.
totally laying the groundwork for it.
Nobody would buy into that. It'd be way too soon.
No, it wouldn't be way too soon. People love them. They're behind them.
So here's mine. Number one, global localization will continue in a fairly haphazard manner, with WWE announcing its next territory sometime late in 2019. After the announcement, a whole lot of nothing happens, followed by a confused rollout of that NXT territory. They have learned nothing from England. The exact same thing is going to happen probably in Japan.
Yeah.
They're going to have some haphazard rollout. They'll bring in Kushida to be the face of that particular promotion, which is a terrible step down for him. And it will just be confusing. It will give us one more thing to watch on the network. And, that's what's going to happen.
All right.
Global localization
done in a haphazard fashion.
It continues.
Second prediction. There will be at least one mid-card defection from WWE.
Oh, no. Is this going to be like a Lex Luger showing up at WCW?
Except it's going to be at all Elite Wrestling.
Is All Elite Wrestling, is their first episode going to be from the
Mall of America?
Yeah.
And someone's going to show up wearing a puffy shirt, yes.
That's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
Name it. Who's it going to be?
I mean, the safe bet. I don't know whose contract's going to be up there in the
What's
course
the
of the year.
high? Okay, let's put it this way. What's the highest level name? Like, could it be as big as Samoa Joe?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Joe's contract should be coming up soon. There's no chance he's leaving. Shinsuke level guy. Oh, Samoa Joe's not leaving. He's not leaving. That dude spent 20 years on the independent circuit. You think he's going to go back to the bingo halls? No way.
No.
Shinsuke Nakamura level type guy. Yeah. But not him. He's not going
Probably
anywhere.
not, but it could be, but not him.
Like, I mean, who else is it? Like, guys like Orton, Hardy, they're not going anywhere.
No.
Ray obviously just signed.
Yeah.
Who else? Like, who's in the mid card on Raw?
I mean, there's
like
really
Drew's
not
not going
mid-card.
anywhere.
There's really not a mid card anymore.
So who could it possibly be? Throw out one name.
I did. I said Nakamura.
Nakamura's not going anywhere.
Well, you don't know that for
You're
sure.
crazy.
He just lost that U.S. title.
I just talked to him on the phone.
No, you didn't. Liar. Fickle.
Maybe. You don't know.
Fickle.
You don't know. All right, here's my next one. WWE strikes another huge international deal, bringing home even more money. But this time it'll be either with India, China, or someplace less controversial in Saudi Arabia. This will allow them to continue to swallow up more territories and possibly injure more local scenes. They're going to strike another deal. Ratings are still going to mean something because Fox apparently really wants like 3 million, but it's going to sort of matter a little bit less because these huge international corporations, conglomerates, and governments are just going to be throwing money at them hand over fist.
Maybe.
All these guys who are like in middle school age coming up during the Attitude Era are now in positions of vast wealth and power.
We're willing to throw all sorts of money at WWE for a piece of their product.
Yep.
Yeah, probably.
So that's going to happen.
It's going to be a bummer when there's like no indie wrestling anywhere. It's going to be a bummer. Next prediction. Raw will become undisputed. Undisputed Era is getting called up in 2019. They're going to Raw, and they're going to achieve massive success on Raw because they're that damn good.
Okay. All right.
I mean, that's a pretty safe bet as far as I'm concerned.
I'm going to go a different way, and this sort of dovetails on my next prediction.
All right.
With SmackDown, I'm sorry. Well, my next prediction was actually, this is kind of a silly one, and it's just one of yours from last year. NXT will move to 2 hours because 205 Live is going to get folded into NXT. I think the writing is on the wall.
See, I
for
thought
205
what might
Live.
happen is that the top guys will be moved to SmackDown to work into the kind of sports theme programming, and then maybe some of the mid card and lower guys and move to NXT or just get released.
Yeah. So this is my next one, though, sort of dovetailing into yours. With SmackDown's premiere on Fox being a huge deal, call-ups meant for Mania will instead be pushed to the October debut of SmackDown on Fox, which will be a reboot of sorts for big stories. SummerSlam 2019 will be a big blow-off for big stories, leading to a new shakeup or a draft before SmackDown. The back half of 2019 should be pretty fun for WWE. Cena wins number 17 at SummerSlam, and he leads SmackDown on Fox.
He leads SmackDown. I don't think he's going to be around long enough.
I think Vince thinks that what they did with Brock and the Universal title is totally acceptable. They need ratings. They will throw boatloads of money at Cena to be their WWE champion, and he can moonlight, do movies, and be just sort of like a 4 pay-per-views guy.
I feel like it's kind of a different scenario than what Brock's dealing with. Next prediction: Bullet Club will be fine. A lot of people, including yourself, declared Bullet Club dead.
You're just trying to suck up to time. It's not that boat sailed, man. That ship sailed.
I'm not.
We're not getting.
However, now that Tama Tonga has declared Jay White the new leader of Bullet Club, looks like the group is getting back to its real roots and becoming dangerous again.
Tama Tonga is on social media hitting up wrestling websites. There's no danger to that.
Savvy marketing.
He's hitting up Simon Miller, possibly the least dangerous person I've ever met in my life. He's the
nice
kindest,
guy.
gentlest soul. He cannot be in a dangerous Bullet Club.
Just watch what happens in the ring on camera. Danger.
Sorry,
real.
I cut you off.
You
Go
did.
ahead.
Rude. That sense of danger plus Jay White's immense charisma can lead Bullet Club to a different level of success. It's
lesser, you mean?
No, just different. I mean, because the Bullet Club logo is still the logo. It still looks cool.
Yeah, man.
People are still going to buy it strictly because it looks cool.
Yeah, man.
How many people who bought Bullet Club shirts do you think knew who the Young Bucks or Kenny Omega was?
0%.
Probably higher than that. The fact that they still have that logo on their gear is going to help them keep them in Hot Topic, I assume. But I think there's one thing kind of lacking in New Japan is like a real threatening faction.
Yes.
Like I love Minoru Suzuki, and Suzuki-gun is great.
Yeah.
But apart from Suzuki and Zack Sabre Jr., it's kind of a step down in there in terms of like the danger aspect of things.
True.
Whereas if you book this reborn version of Bullet Club like you did when Prince Devitt was in charge, it could bring that sense of danger back, unpredictability, and that's what I like. I expect them to make a huge splash at New Year's Dash, the day after Wrestle Kingdom, leading to a massive year for Jay White.
Mm-hmm. My next one is this. Given the success of All Elite Wrestling, there will be a few releases from WWE, but WWE will have so much money they'll be able to dump cash into the pockets of wrestlers we don't even see on TV. So All Elite Wrestling will be like, hey, we can offer you $350 guaranteed for a guy you don't even see on TV. For a Ty Dillinger, WWE will say, oh, we'll give him $700,000. And he'll be like, well, I'm not going to do that. They will have so much money, they will be able to stifle any attempt at poaching from WWE. Because money means everything, Larson.
Well, that kind of works nicely in my next prediction. Impact will face a talent exodus.
Oh, dear.
So with WWE looking to sign basically everybody, plus All Elite Wrestling looking to bolster their own ranks, I'm expecting Impact talent to grow weary of the constant crap TV time slot and low ratings, and hit or miss booking and start looking for greener pastures and probably more money with either WWE or All Elite Wrestling.
That dovetails into mine. Impact somehow, some way finds a way to stay alive. Although they'll be bleeding money and yet still be able to sign decent wrestlers. It'll be weird, Larson.
I think it was a newsletter this week or something else where they're talking about the Impact TV deal and how Fight Network, which is their Canadian broadcaster, like the two most popular things they have on that network are UFC and Impact, but they're losing UFC.
Yeah.
So pretty much all they're going to have is Impact.
Yeah.
But considering the TV deal, Impact has in the States, which is pretty much Anthem is broadcasting Impact both in Canada and here in the States. There's no licensing fees they're getting for that whatsoever. It's all up to ad dollars, and then they dump it Friday night at 10, thinking that people are going to watch SmackDown till 10 o'clock and then turn the channel to a channel they may not even have, probably don't even have, to watch Impact.
Did you see?
It's ridiculous.
Just how few channels, how many homes Pursuit is in. It's, God, I forget what the comparison was. Oh, I think it was I think Pop was available in 47 million.
Yeah, sounds right.
And Pursuit is 30. It's so low. I have no idea how to get it. No clue. No idea how to watch Impact. So,
I wonder what the talent think about that.
Oh.
It's like they're out there busting their tails, trying to make Impact something. And, you could say that 2018 was probably the best year Impact has had in a long time.
Yeah.
And that's what it leads to. A worse TV deal. At a worse time slot. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I mean, you try to put your your feet in their shoes. I would imagine, I'll put it this way. I would think that the vast majority of them would think, so okay, for example, Sami Callihan. He's probably fairly invested in Impact.
He seems to
I would
take
think,
it as a personal challenge to elevate Impact.
At the very least, he understands that his stock is worth a lot in the non-WWE wrestling world.
Obviously.
He can go pretty much any. He could probably go to. He did the tag league with Juice, right? Wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He can go any number of places and be totally fine.
Yeah, totally.
So there's, I think, those elements of Impact. I think there's the majority of people in Impact probably see it as a platform to get to WWE. And so, yes, while it probably sucks, I really doubt any of them are to them, it's a paycheck, and if they have a contract, they're going to have that paycheck. And so
long as the company's in business.
As long as the company's in business. And so, yeah, probably, this might put something at doubt, but I don't know. They just got to focus on themselves. I would think that's all you can do.
Mm-hmm.
I would really find it hard to believe any of those people are really emotionally invested in making Impact something big, It's more that sucks.
Yeah. I don't know how you could turn around the fortunes of Impact. I mean, granted, you're a wrestler, so
yeah,
you can only do so much. But
I'll kind of put it this way:
if you come in and check in and do your job and leave,
yeah.
Just going up and showing up and doing your job, is that going to be a part of turning around the company, or if that's even of interest to you? You and I have been a part of a place that we saw going in a direction that we probably questioned, and we saw how that ended up. And although I'm not sure we were necessarily emotionally invested in the company, I think you probably were a bit more than I was. It was disconcerting from a business standpoint for me. I was like, well, man, if they were doing really good, then my job would be a bit more secure. Yeah. But I don't know. I always kind of wanted to be more independent anyway, so it didn't really matter much to me. But it is. It's sort of. It's like, man, I don't like really being a part. It's not good for my business for a business to be sort of struggling and to be making moves that obviously aren't the right ones. Yep. So that might be what they're thinking too. But also, I think the majority of them just want to go to WWE. Let's see here. And then I have this. You got a lot of predictions. I only did 5. Things will get testy between. Mine are kind of. This is my last one. Things will get testy between All Elite Wrestling and Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor, which will have a hard time building buzz in 2019 around their product. I think they've got some good names that they're signing up. I think Brody King is probably their most buzzworthy guy they can build around. Him and Cobb. Jeff Cobb, yeah. If Cobb's going to sort of, if they're going to try to get Cobb to be a foundational piece. Which they should. Him and Brody King. But even Cobb has said he wants to go to WWE. Yeah. His Ring of Honor deal is probably for 2-3 years. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know either. But he's already in his mid-30s. Yeah, I know. I know. But yeah, I mean, if you look at, Mark Haskins, I really like Mark Haskins. Yeah, he's good. They just have a very
Ring of Honor really isn't like it the way they sort of built their company, like young guys who are making big names for themselves and who are obviously going to be going to, like, now they're just sort of bringing in whoever's got a decent name on the independent circuit. Let's bring them in, you know? Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's a way to build buzz around your company or not. I mean, I guess if the wrestling's good, then you'll build buzz.
I mean that's how NXT operates. Is bringing guys from the NDC.
Yeah, but they're able to bring in the top of the line.
Ring of Honor is
they're bringing them in from Ring of Honor, man.
Step down.
That's the problem for Ring of Honor. That's the problem for them, is that all their good guys are going NXT. Let's see here. All right, you want to go over
champions?
First of all, cover of 2K20.
Becky Lynch.
I've got Becky and Ronda. I think they're going to be like back to back or facing off or something.
It's either Becky, Ronda, or both.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is that year.
Yep. All right, champs 2019. I'll go first. Universal champion by the end of 2019 will be Drew McIntyre. Heading into Mania season, heel champ. That whether it be Roman Reigns if he returns in time or Braun Strowman can face at Mania to send the crowd home happy. It's going to be Drew McIntyre. Who do you have?
Universal Champion, I have Braun Strowman. I think by the end of 2019, here's the deal. Fox is going to be wanting decent ratings for SmackDown, so they're going to be loading a bunch of really, really great names in SmackDown. Whether or not it's going to be more sports oriented, I'll put it this way: I think that the idea of SmackDown being a more sports focused, sports oriented show will take a super backseat to ratings. I don't know that they can achieve that by being a more sports-focused show. They're going to go with what are proven ratings draws. Now, because of that, Raw is still going to need stuff. USA will be like, whoa, hold on a second. We have a TV deal that still pays you very handsomely. We have a long-standing relationship. We need top names in top title positions. Braun, I still think, is going to be their top guy at the end of the year. I think it's going to be Braun Strowman. I think they're going to have their top names in top positions by the end of 2019 because this whole reboot, redraft, shake-up thing is going to go down with SmackDown. WWE Champion, I've got John Cena.
I got Rey Mysterio Jr.
Okay, interesting.
Going all in on the focus on athleticism and competition.
All right.
Plus, he is a pretty huge name.
Yeah, he's a big name. But for SmackDown on Fox, is he a big enough name?
I don't know, man. I think so. I think he is.
Intercontinental Champion, I've got Elias.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
I got Adam Cole, baby.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I know he said by the end of in 2019, the Undisputed Era be bathed in NXT gold.
Draped in gold.
I think it's going to be main roster gold.
All right. United States Champion, I've got Kevin Owens.
All right.
Who you got?
Mustafa Ali.
Okay. All right. Cruiserweight Champion, I've got Drew Gulak.
Same here.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
I think it's going to be like a battle or a situation where just a lot of the top guys on 205 Live are getting moved up to Raw or SmackDown, assuming 205 Live is even a thing.
Yeah.
Or it's going to get folded into one of the shows.
Yeah. Although I might be too soon on that one, to be honest with you.
Maybe. Tag champions on Raw, I got the Undisputed Era.
Tag champions on Raw, I have the Usos. I think they're going to be moved over.
Oh, that's funny because my SmackDown tag champs are the Usos.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's going to be, I don't know. I just think they're a good name to have on Raw. It's going to be the Usos. My SmackDown tag champions are going to be Redragon, the Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
I think they want ratings. I think the biggest call-up, the biggest ratings boost you can get is from the Undisputed Era. They want to make a massive stink on SmackDown to kick things off. They want to give the illusion out there that there are two A shows, and I think adding the Undisputed Era to SmackDown Live, that's going to be the way they do it.
My NXT United Kingdom champion is going to be Walter. Or, sorry, WWE UK champion. Sorry.
Oh, man, I didn't even put that down.
Walter.
UK.
Pete Dunne will probably drop that belt by summer. He'll have that belt for, 3 years?
Oh, I forgot to put. Hold on a second. Hold on. Man, I didn't do any of my NXT stuff.
No NXT.
Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry. I know. What am I thinking? There's too many titles, man.
There are a lot of titles.
NXT NA, women,
tag champs.
All right, hold on a second. Let me do this really quick.
Okay, I'll do it. An NXT.
Whoa. No, I'm going to do mine first. I don't want to hear yours first.
All right.
Because now, I mean, it's probably going to be Walter, but man.
Yeah. You want to put Wolfgang? Want to try that again?
Shut up, man. That's rude. No, you know what, man? I'm going all in on my boy Eddie Dennis.
All right.
It's going to be Eddie Dennis. And by the way, NXT UK Tag Champ, which is the most important. Yeah. The most important one. Gibson and Drake. And then NXT Women's Champ. End of the year, I'm going to go with... I'll say Rhea Ripley has it back by then. I think she's probably going to drop it to Toni Storm in Blackpool. NXT champion Ricochet.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
UK Tag Champions, I'm going Mustache Mountain. And then the Women's Champ, Toni Storm. Anyways, right. World Champ, you said Ricochet, Matt Riddle. Totally going to be Matt Riddle by the end of the year.
I think by the end of the year, he's going to be the North American champion.
No, Keith Lee's going to be the North American champion. Matt Riddle's totally going to be their top champion.
Dude, there's only five takeovers. How are you going to get to Matt Riddle by then?
Because he's Matt Riddle.
There's only 5 takeovers, man. He's got to get to the North American title first.
Women's champ, Bianca Belair. I think she's going to have that belt for a while whenever she does win it.
Oh, no. Nah, there's too many women there, man. I'm going to say it's Io Shirai.
All right.
Absolutely.
And my tag champs are going to be the Street Profits.
Boy, that's a bad move on your part.
I don't know, man. They're going to have a good run with those Evolve tag titles. Come to NXT. Got a lot of good indie wrestling experience under their belts. They're going to come back on to NXT and dominate.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say that DIY story is going to take so many weird twists and turns. DIY is going to be the tag champions at the end of 2019.
It's pretty ballsy, man.
5 takeovers to get there.
It's pretty ballsy. New Japan, heavyweight champ, Okada. I think we're going to get Okada and Naito at Wrestle Kingdom 14. Naito finally wins that belt.
I'm going to say Naito picks it up.
That's actually and then face Okada at Wrestle Kingdom.
Dominion, maybe, I guess. I don't know.
Intercontinental champ, Jay White.
I have Will Ospreay.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, both yours is too.
Junior heavyweight champ, I got Shingo Takagi, sorry.
Oh, I've got Pac. That should have been one of my predictions. Pac goes to New Japan. That seems pretty obvious, though. But yeah, Pac is going to be my junior champion.
All right. Never openweight champ. I don't know, Goto. Hiroki Goto.
I have Goto, too.
He just always has that belt.
That's the safest bet possible.
The safest bet. I know they're trying to elevate that belt by having it on Ibushi.
Oh,
feuding
man.
with Ospreay.
It's going to land right back on Goto.
I don't know how long they're going to try to do that. Tag champs, Guerrillas of Destiny.
Me too.
Junior tag champs, I have Roppongi 3K.
Me too. I don't know how to go. I don't know.
And then the Never tag titles, I have Bullet Club.
Me too.
Yeah. Ring of Honor champ, I got Jeff Cobb by the end of the year. He will be Ring of Honor champ.
Oh man, I'm gonna give it to Brody King.
All right,
Brody.
And then I think the All Elite Wrestling champ by the end of the year will be Hangman Page.
I was going to go with Hangman Page. This is a very interesting situation. They're all in charge. Are they going to book themselves as champions?
Well, it's the way it's... I mean, granted, right now there's, 8 members that are probably be on the roster, maybe? Is it going to be like what the NWO promotion was supposed to be, where they're all just fighting each other?
Right?
Which I can't imagine that.
That's weird.
They got to bring people in, but I kind of feel like Cody's established, Young Bucks are established. They probably want to give the rub to Hangman, put the belt on him.
Here, this is mine. One of the feuds of 2018 in the non-WWE world. I say Nick Aldis is going to be the first All Elite Wrestling champion.
Interesting.
But by the end of 2019, that might change. I'll say by the end of 2019, and I'll say Cody.
That's going to say it first for the first.
But I think Aldis is going to be the first. I think he's going to be the first.
Interesting. All right, let's see what the friendos out there to say about their own predictions. I'll handle super chats for now. If you want to go to,
I'll go to Discord and I'll go to Patreon.
Mikey Omega says, "How far into 2019 will this no haircut thing last?" You're getting haircuts pretty soon, aren't you?
Man, I do.
Let me cut your hair.
I do go back and forth on it. I'm either going to show up on Wednesday with a haircut, or I'm going to go all 2019 without a haircut.
Do the latter. Ryan Rohan, you guys are easily my favorite show on YouTube. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan.
I try to watch whenever I can. I just wanted to throw some dollars for support. Too sweet to both of you. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you very much.
Zenith Byron, where can I get Steve's graphic novel, friendomarket.com?
It's available right now at friendomarket.com.
Aaron, 2019, he says, Seth, Universal Champion. Bryan will be a face by December. SmackDown will resemble NXT on Fox. Attendance up, ratings still down. Miz will be WWE champion. Kenny loses the IWGP Heavyweight Champion by December.
Attendance up, ratings down. I think they go hand in hand.
To a degree. Josh Little asks, is Aleister Black going to SmackDown or Raw? Raw.
I think
SmackDown because his wife's there. And they try to keep couples together.
Yeah, but dude, she's not the magnet there, man. He's the magnet.
Yeah,
Her and Almas will go where he goes.
Yeah, they'll go to Raw then.
He'll probably go to Raw. I think Raw. If I'm to guess, SmackDown they're going to try to make to be the marquee show. Raw will be the buzz show. In which case, your Undisputed Era theory could be right. There at the bottom says the GIR Illuminati in Fun Wrestling will hold all the belts.
We'll see.
Wouldn't bet on that one.
The champ cruiserweights invade WWE main roster. So they wouldn't be surprised if they take the top 4 or 5 guys, bring them over to main, and then everybody else is kind of just on an NXT or gets cut.
I think Triple H has something. I think he has something in mind for 205 Live, and I think it involves having a cruiserweight division, maybe in NXT. I think that's probably where 205 Live is going to end up. That's why I put it there in my predictions. Tim Spulak, some more Going in Raw predictions here, which I guess we should probably still do. Tim Spulak, Going in Raw Weekly reviews a new show at the cost of a WWE show or when WWE cancels 205 Live.
What, say again?
He says we're going to start reviewing a new show.
Oh, at the cost of
the cost of a WWE show.
Gotcha. Josh Little says you guys forgot Women's Champ for Raw and SmackDown. We skipped past that. Raw Women's Champ Becky Lynch.
Oh, I thought we said that.
Yeah.
I have that too.
And then Ronda for SmackDown.
SmackDown. Yeah, I've got the same thing.
Makes all the sense in the world. Josh Little, Undisputed Era will be turning WWE's version. We turn to WWE's version of the Bullet Club. I don't know. They won't make them edgy enough. That's the thing. Right. They won't make them edgy enough.
You're right.
They're not even edgy enough in NXT to be.
They're too charming.
Yeah.
Cody Miles has a couple predictions here. Going in Raw Overrun, which is our bonus episode for patrons, will be rebranded no less than 5 times.
That seems a certainty.
And no new graphics packages will arrive for it.
Because we rename it so many times that by the time you get a graphic package almost done, it's renamed, therefore obsolete.
He also says Rusev will main event a pay-per-view the week after a rumor about him being unhappy and leaving comes out. There will be a round of releases. Primo and Epico somehow survived. That's definitely true. Well, I don't know about the round of releases. I just know that they are not going anywhere. Daniel Bryan will retire as part of an angle. Balor will win IC Championship. Samoa Joe will end the year as WWE Champion.
Zenith Byron, do you see Nick Jackson versus Matt Jackson feud in All Elite Wrestling?
No, they've said they do not want to do that.
They want to be a tag team.
Yeah. I'm never a big fan of like when the Hardy Boys. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that.
I don't mind.
I'm with Vince on that.
Neil Westner, this is his predictions. All Elite Wrestling will have a stellar beginning, but will fizzle to non-WWE normalcy. SmackDown, with the move to Fox, will be branded the A Show and will pass 5 million viewers. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Lastly, we'll get to ask questions again for the NXT recaps. Raw champ will be McIntyre. SmackDown champ will be a Stone Coldish AJ Styles. Raw Women's champ will be Becky, and SmackDown Women's champ will be Asuka.
Wait, NXT recaps.
We can go to questions sometimes. We post a questions thread, right?
We always post. I literally always post question threads.
Maybe just because it's getting so long
for that.
Just going through like 10 hours of TV that we don't do as many questions as we normally do.
We literally had like 6 questions yesterday. I think we went through them all.
All right, fair enough.
So yeah, hit me up if you're having some problem with the NXT recap question threads. That's weird. Let's see here. Wayne-Maker, the UK independent scene will go to crap as the WWE, New Japan, and Ring of Honor will cherry pick the best talent and leave us with the dregs of what's left. Hashtag Eddie Dennis. Oh no, Wayne-Maker. Fear not, Eddie Dennis will be NXT UK champion at the end of 2019.
James Luft, Undertaker really retires this time. We'll see about that. Roman beats leukemia and ends the year by announcing himself in the 2020 Rumble. McIntyre wins Universal Championship.
I like those predictions. Greg Morris. Miz winds up on whatever show has the IC title and breaks Jericho's record. That's a safe bet.
Yeah.
Who does Cena beat for his 17th title reign?
Probably, in your estimation, Daniel Bryan, I would guess.
If, and that's a big if, does he beat Brock since nobody likes Brock? That would involve way too much sort of finagling, I think.
Again, Greg Morris, who are the women's tag champs in the main roster? We've got to include that because we haven't seen the belts yet. I didn't hear your picks.
So we need my pick for the first women tag champs. I think I put it on my thing. End of 2019 is going to be Sasha and Bayley, but the first one's going to be Absolution.
First be Riot Squad, then Sasha and Bayley.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh dear.
What?
Leroy the heel says Pat McAfee will join the SmackDown Live broadcast team when they move to Fox. Oh, I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, I thought Daniel Cormier was going to be on the part of the commentary team for the move to Fox.
I have to believe that can't be true, right?
I mean, he said he had a tryout or was going to have a tryout.
Isn't he like too big of a name to be a commentary on SmackDown? I think he's too big of a name.
I don't know, man.
I think that'd be cool.
Maybe
I'd be into that.
Maybe he doesn't want to wrestle. I don't know. Ryan Rohan, you think with the so-called shakeup that Raw and SmackDown will get new sets and graphics to make them feel fresh, especially SmackDown due to the channel change. Yeah, we're going to see Cletus, the NFL robot, all over SmackDown when it moves to Fox.
There's going to be like a giant Cletus just sort of
on stage, man.
There,
yeah. A real one, not the CG stuff they put on for the broadcast. We're talking a real Cletus.
But an actual functional robot?
Yeah, 10 feet tall.
Oh, wow. Oh, only 10 feet. I was thinking like 50.
Well, that's
like a Pacific Rim.
That's too much.
Like a true mech.
No.
Absolutely. I think that's great.
I mean, it will be a mech, just 10 feet.
I'm going to hop into the Discord, see what these fools have to say. Let's see here. Yeah, that's so weird. Cody Miles gave us a screen cap of both of our live streams at the same time.
That is weird.
That is so weird. Let's see here. Here we go. From the Discord group, which you can have access to on Patreon for $1. Patreon.com/Stephen Larson. Hafty says, prediction. Post-Mania redraft/shakeup that sets up SmackDown's roster to take over as the A show before the move to Fox. Yeah, that's kind of what I said too. But I said it was post-SummerSlam. And then prediction, 205 Live folds. Fan favorites split up amongst Raw and SmackDown based on needs. Older superstars released. Younger guys sent to NXT. Hafty also says Zack Ryder will end up either in All Elite, Ring of Honor, or New Japan by the end of 2019. I think they really like having Zack Ryder around.
He posted on Twitter that he didn't have a match on Raw all of 2018.
Are you serious? Well, I'm sure none of his checks bounced. But yeah, I could do that. Sucks.
Yeah,
that sucks. But then what's he gonna do?
Go to All Elite Wrestling. Solid mid-carder over there. Mr. Michael Law, 2011.
Solid mid-carder.
Bayley and Sasha should feud after losing the women's tag team match. I would have Bayley turn heel after Sasha gets pinned, hooking her in a sleeper hug.
Interesting.
Diddly
Doodler says, on long drives, what is your guys' go-to junk food? What does this have to do with predictions?
Del Taco. That's my go-to junk food for any scenario.
But there's so few of them. Mine is just, the good thing. So McDonald's with their 2 cheeseburger meal, those things are so clean. They do not slip out.
Yeah,
they don't fall apart.
That's true.
And then the fries, you put in one of the cup holders. You have your soda in your other one.
Yeah.
And then you have your burger, which doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Because usually when we're making the trip back and forth to LA, it's usually we stop at In-N-Out.
Okay.
When they give you the little tray, you can sit in your lap, but it's still not that easy to eat.
Oh no, those are messy.
Because you got the paper on it, you got to try to undo. And if you undo the paper, it's gonna be messy. So
no way, man. Let's see here.
I've gotten pretty good at it though.
Well, that's good. I mean, it is a learned thing.
But that's true. I mean, you make a good point about the McDonald's burgers, is that they're not going anywhere. Jeffrey Nguyen says the finest Kona Reeves will be on the Takeover card.
Wow. That is a long shot.
Maybe they're going to have some sort of battle royal, so they need everybody from the locker room.
Dude, he has slipped down from NXT TV mainstay to Dan Matha sidekick roaming around malls. Let's see here. And I think we're good for the Discord. Nobody else has their predictions in here.
All right.
So, yeah. Interesting. Oh, wait. We have one last one. Mr. Sinister. What heel do you see turning face for a big pop and vice versa for both Raw and SmackDown Live? Do you think? Well, okay. Let's ask this. Do you think Daniel Bryan? I'm going to say the answer is Samoa Joe. But do you think Daniel Bryan's going to spend all of 2019 as a heel?
I hope so. Kevin Owens.
Oh, that's a good one.
He's going to get the return pop, and then if they're smart, they'll quickly just pivot him as they seem like they're going to some sort of tweener role.
Boy, is that wishful thinking? Is that wishful thinking now? It'd be the smart move. I just don't know.
Especially if the idea is just to have him and Sammy in a feud going into Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it's probably going to be Kevin Owens who'll probably be the heel in that scenario.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah. Tim Spulak says, who can we hire to nab Steve and give him a nice haircut?
I'll do it right now.
Add a Steve haircut.
Well, I can run home and get my clippers.
You don't know how to cut my hair.
I cut my own hair.
Right. Well, there's a couple problems with that. You don't cut it any. You have a completely different hairline than I do.
Oh, all right.
So no, I have my person to do it at Supercuts. So, but I don't know. We'll end on this then, I guess.
All right.
We'll put this. I'll put it on this community tab too. I'll let you guys decide.
Oh, if I cut your hair, Supercuts cut
No,
your hair?
God, no.
Okay.
If I get a cut at all or not.
All right.
1 for haircut in the new year, like when we come back. 1 for haircut. 2 for keep growing it long.
2.
We'll see what people say here in chat.
Do we want to do going in Raw predictions?
Oh, yeah, we got to do going in Raw predictions.
This is what I'm saying. I'm putting this out there. I'm probably way off. By the end of 2019, 200,000 subs. We'll be there. We'll be there.
Okay, so my actual goals for going in Raw?
No, not goals, predictions.
Okay. All right, that's a good one. Another prediction for, well, let's see here. The haircut results are coming in.
All right.
Boy, lots of people want to see that haircut. Jeffrey Nguyen, of course, he says no haircut.
Of course.
2. It is. Oh, man, lots of 2s came flooding in.
Ooh, yeah, let it grow, man.
This is pretty split. Wow. This is pretty split, but I see a lot of 2s out there. Let's see what Discord has to say. Only Jimmy Thomas votes. I'm only going to go with Jimmy Thomas's vote.
All right, I guess so.
I guess I'm getting
It's a weighted vote over there on Discord, huh?
Another going in Raw prediction. Man. What were our going in Raw predictions last
Don't remember. I didn't write them down. Probably 200,000 subs.
200,000 is a possibility. I think that's a good prediction. I don't know. I want to say something like an employee. We need a part-time employee in here.
We need an intern. School credit.
Don't we have to pay interns?
Why?
In California?
Oh, is that a thing now?
I thought.
You can't offer them credit?
Why haven't we been doing that up till now?
I don't know.
Listen, man, I'm putting that on you. You need to find us an intern for school credit.
I mean, when we were in school, that was a thing. Granted, that was also a long time ago.
This is the funniest. This is the least likely to happen. Jimmy Thomas says, my prediction is that Larson will take over Discord as Discord leader.
I don't even know how to get into this Discord, man.
I barely know how to work Discord.
Yeah, I don't even know how to do it at all.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Nikki Naranha says, I predict Hilton won't be on an episode this in 2019.
Oh, he for sure will.
I'm going to be gone for a month.
Yeah, you know how we're going to manage that.
Yeah. I kind of have some ideas. But, man, I don't know. We got to figure that one out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it.
That's all.
Where's the music?
Yeah, hit the music. Patrons, we got Overrun.
One of the predictions I had for Going in Raw last year was Going in Raw will rebrand. I think it's because it was before we had the new logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we knew we were moving into office, so I think that was probably why.
Yeah, we did. I mean, we did a lot this year.
Yeah.
We did a lot this year. Are we going to have any trips? Well, I'm going to have a trip.
Yeah, well, they're not work-related directly.
One of my predictions was we will once again, thanks to the nice people over there at 2K Games, once again we'll be invited, and we will make an ass out of ourselves. Interviewing somebody.
Oh.
It'll just be the same thing's going to happen this year. It's inevitable.
Who made a rear end of themselves this year?
Me.
In what capacity?
With Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh, come on.
What an idiot I look like.
Get out of here with that.
Fumbling around on his shoulder like
Fickle.
a weirdo.
Anyways. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Happy New Year to you all.
Hey, y'all be safe out there. Well, this is airing on demand.
Hope you were safe out there.
On the 1st. So Happy New Year,
Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow, January 2nd, 9 a.m.
Pacific, noon Eastern.
Goodbye.
Until next